guys? What's up, party people? How you doing? Aloha from Hawaii, dude. That's awesome. What's up, y'all? We're on the line. We're packing first aid kits, if you could believe it. And I'm getting in everybody's way, as I normally do. And I'm testing some gear. I'm asking questions. I'm seeing what the team knows and what the team doesn't know. And so just trying to make sure that we are continuing to be subject matter experts in our field. 5x5, that's what you love to hear. What's up, Heather? What's up, Wisconsin family? ND, all these awesome people. So I don't know if you guys know this. We've been selling these guys for a while. It's an awesome tool that it's not for everybody, but what's up, Sub-Zero? What's up, Jonathan? Hope y'all are staying warm and okay. It's pretty chilly in OKC this morning. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly. I'm actually from Chicago, so this is like, it's my jam, to be honest. What's up, Strategic Observation? So anyways, this is a SAM Junctional Tourniquet. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. So the way the SAM Junctional Tourniquet works is it's based off of a SAM pelvic sling. And so I have a SAM pelvic sling here. I'm gonna show you guys. And something we do here constantly is we're messing with gear. We're testing gear. We're making sure that we're familiar with it. We know how it's working, why it's working. Is that a TQ? Yeah, it's a junctional tourniquet. So here's a SAM pelvic sling here. These are great for car accidents. These SAM junctional or these pelvic slings. It helps really secure the pelvis if there's like a pelvic injury, which happens all the time in car accidents. I've actually had to use these before. If you don't have one of these, you can absolutely use like a cravat or a triangle bandage and get the same effect with like kind of a windlass. But what this is great for is this will grab the whole pelvis and it'll hold it together. So that way if you did have a fracture or something like that inside the pelvis, you don't have like shards going in places you don't want it to go. But that is what they use as the baseline for this, which is the SAM Junctional Tourniquet. And so this goes over your pelvic girdle and you can adjust these bulbs to where they need to go, right? This is just how it comes packaged. So this goes over the pelvic girdle and then this goes towards your wound, right? And you even have like an additional wound plate that can go inside the bulb. And then what you do is you work, well, first you tighten the bulb down all the way. And so once you tighten the bulb down, you can see how much this expands. And that's gonna go and create pressure. That would be like against the casualty, right? So that's gonna create pressure against the wound right there, right? So that is like really hard to defeat. And so that gives you like positive pressure. This is the same thing as like putting external pressure on a wound. So like in the training classes, we'll always teach, like if you see a femoral bleed or something like that, you go up, you find your femoral artery or your radial artery, and you can put direct pressure on there, either like with an elbow or with a knee or something like that. This gives you that ability to secure it right there. A lot of guys in military units are running these, highly successful stuff. And so can form it back down. I'll show you guys again. And there's two bulbs, right? One for each artery. And so, because you got to remember, femoral artery is about the size of a garden hose running right here on the inside of your leg. And so you can adjust this appropriately, right? And you can put this on there, right? And so you can run either bulb. And this would buckle in like so. Bada bing, bada boom, right? And then all you're going to do is you're going to actuate and press it just like a blood pressure cuff, right? Nothing too high speed, nothing too advanced, and that's gonna give you good direct pressure, right? Very, very successful there. Love these things. They're awesome. They hurt. They seriously, seriously hurt. This is no joke right here. So something that we haven't talked a lot about or shown you guys a lot, just because it doesn't apply to everybody, but if you're looking for like a good junctional wound, pelvic girdle wound type of solution, this is an awesome option. It really is. SAM Medical did a great job in the manufacturing, and then also and just the thought that went behind this product. You can tell they talk to a lot of combat medics. You can tell they talk to a lot of flight medics, and a lot of flight medics will actually run these. So there's some high quality stuff, and I love the plate that they put there too. So that way, like, you think about the artery going over that plate, like so, running through, you get solid pressure to compress that against the bone. That's neat though, never knew it existed. Yeah, it's a really cool product. Like I said, we don't talk about it a ton because it's kind of a specialty niche, but I mean, if you think about that, how much pressure that can create against that artery, dude, that's really successful at shutting off a femoral bleed. So I wanted to get on here and kind of talk to you guys about that. And I also wanted to ask, like, you know, what type of products are you guys wanting us to start carrying, if anything new? You know, what do you guys want to see from us? Because we're here to solve problems, right? I always joke and I say it time and time again, if we were here to make money, we probably would have went into oil. We're in Oklahoma. But yeah, that's a quick look at the Junctional TQ, and it packs down pretty nicely. I'll show you one in a box. So this is it packed down in the box, right? So this isn't even as small as it can get. I mean, really, really compact. It's great to add into like a rucksack or like a med bag, or, you know, field medic, a stomp bag, a flat pack, something to those lines. Really, really successful. I do have a cool 8 rendered story to share with you guys here in a minute also. Excited to get our birthing bucket. Heck yeah, bro. Did you get a postpartum bucket? Something that's really cool to pair with the birthing bucket is the postpartum bucket. I don't know if you know this, but giving birth is not the easiest thing in the world. I don't personally know this. I've never given birth because I'm a guy. Just the way it is. Sorry, anatomy. But my wife, who has given birth, she used the postpartum bucket in our home birth, and dude, she loved it. She loved the stuff that was in there. Not yet. Yeah, so definitely something to think about then, Moose Run. Definitely something to think about. Looks easier to use than the NAR Junctional TQ. It's a little bit more intuitive, to be honest. Yeah, you know, there's like all things, guys, birthing person. Yeah, we don't say that here. But like all things, you have to be training, right? And so you got to train with your tools. If you're not training with your tools, you're kind of lying to yourself. You're kidding yourself. And so be honest about what your capability is and whether you've done reps and sets. I just almost watched Ren eat crap off a chair. Dude, look at how the guys are walking around. Like, come here, Ren. Come here real quick. Look at our bros just walking around in the office right now. This is just like a normal day at Refuge. It's just a normal day. Bro, if you don't have at least 4 mags on you, what are you doing? Bob, what's your thoughts on quick litters for IFACs? I love them. I love quick litters. It turns out that when somebody goes down from a traumatic injury, they're probably going to need to get moved somewhere. And usually you're moving that casualty some sort of distance. And if it's like a car accident out in a field, or if it's somebody out in the bush or something like that, you're going to need to move that casualty a considerable distance. 2 quick litters I love right now. One we're about to pick up from Blaze Defense, and that's a really cool deployable quick litter. It's made here in the U.S. It's actually making us question whether we're going to produce our own. And then the other one is the Foxtrot litter. The Foxtrot litter is from TACMed Solutions. Here, let's go on a walk. We'll see if I have one in my corner of goodies over here. So excited to start training at work. Today gets my foot in the door to rep Refuge. That's awesome. That's awesome. We appreciate you repping. You got to rep the brand, bro. You got to rep the Refuge. I know I have one. I just don't know if I have one here. I think that the guy who had it currently has it attached to his rucksack. No, it doesn't look like I have one here. Shout out to the flags there. We are not your kind of people. Equality is a false god. Locals only. Got the Origin Tiger stripe there. You got to have it, right? I identify as a conspiracy theorist. My pronouns are I told you so. Yeah, that's a good flag. It's a really solid flag. So for quick litters, you know, it's all about method of use, right? So something to really think about. If you cheap out on a quick litter, you're going to feel it on the X. A lot of people don't put it into mind, like, something's better than nothing, right? So, you know, a cheap nylon quick litter is going to help you, right? So, Bob, need a coffee? You sound tired, brother. No, I got coffee. Hold on. Cheers. Brought to you by Moose Run Coffee. The best coffee, believe it, tremendous. Yeah, so anyways, with quick litters, right, we want something that's gonna hold up, that we're gonna be able to drag over a long period of time, because you don't always have 6 dudes or 4 dudes or people to carry that quick litter. And, you know, fatigue and exhaustion are a thing. And so being able to drag a quick litter is super important. Just being, like, if you're training every single day, if you're doing physical fitness and you're not doing drag work, working those quads, working those glutes, you're lying to yourself. That's why there's carry handles on the back of all the plate carriers. That's actually not so you can take it in and out of your mom's closet. That's so that you can drag your buddy inside of an emergent event, if somebody were to go down. And so I like the Foxtrot quick litter through TacMed Solutions. It's a smaller solution than like a Skedco, and it's more affordable. Skedco is what a lot of the teams are running right now. Those are the pop-out litters that have like an actual frame to them, and you can use poles and everything like that. That way you can shoulder it and you can still work any of your defensive tools properly. Cheers, clink, clink. Your mom's closet. Well, hey, you know, you'll have that. Sorry, I'm not insulting your mother, whatever her status may be. I just make your mom jokes because that's the era that I grew up in. So that is what it is. But yeah, when it comes to quick litters, everybody should have at least one, I feel like. Even if it's like, you know, a lower end quick litter. We carry the NAR quick responder litter, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a pretty good litter. Here. Wow, my man. So this is a disposable litter. So this is kind of like a one and done solution here. So you're gonna use this. This is not like a washable litter or anything like that, because you guys got to remember, right? So if you're using this, somebody's probably bleeding, somebody's probably hurt. So you could get blood on it, you're gonna get dirt on it, you're gonna get schmutz, all that crap. And so this is kind of a one and done solution. So if you're gonna buy this, I'd recommend you get a couple of them, especially if you're gonna train, which you should be training, right? We don't just buy stuff and then put it in a closet and then feel confident. That's not how this works, right? I'm not gonna buy a tool and then put it in a workshop and feel like I can use that tool. That's not how that works. Thanks, bud. Dude, Jadis with the quick delivery of the quick litter. Shalom, different kind of training today with no power, freezing rain in the Appalachian Mountains. Received notification my boo-boo kit was being shipped. So very blessed. That's awesome. So yeah, guys, we're seeing it right now across the U.S. We got like, how many tornadoes were in Florida today already? 7 tornadoes touched ground in Florida today. That's ridiculous. We got snowstorms across the country. This is showing you that you should be prepared, right? We should have food on hand. We should have water on hand. We should have fire making capability on hand. We should have the ability to defend ourselves. We should have medical on hand, all that stuff, because otherwise, right, like, we're going to get enacted upon. We're not going to be able to be self-sufficient, not be able to be self-sustainable, right? Something as simple as like a surgical kit, right? Like a little SK6. It's a 76-piece surgical set, right? In this Bad Mama Jamma right here, I'll show you guys. Hold on. What other unique items do you sell we may not know about? That's a great question. We'll talk about that here in a second, because I like where you're going there. So I'll show you guys kind of what. Oh no. Goodbye, phone. All right, so looking at the suture set here. So we open this guy up. Oh my gosh, look at all those goodies. So we've got a sterile drape here, right? 18-inch by 26-inch. And then we have an assortment of suture sizes. So this 3, 3, 3, 3, 4-aught. So this is all 3-aughts. That's a 4-aught, 4-aught, 4-aught. We got 2s, right? So we got 2-aughts, 5-aughts. I think there was a 6. No, we took the 6 out. Nobody uses them. So we got 5-aught, 4-aught, 2-aught, and 3-aught, right? And we have an assortment of different gauzes for cleaning during surgery or suturing process, right? So a bunch of square gauzes here, right? And I mean, it's not a small amount. Like, we're having a considerable amount of gauzes here. Rolled gauze, right? For once we finish up. Some tape. It's not the best tape in the world, but it's still pretty good tape. There's not a huge amount in there, but it's still Curad. It's like a 1/2-inch surgical tape. So that's pretty good. An assortment of different Kellys, right? And tools, as well as some shears. You have a curved Kelly and a flat Kelly there. Some forceps, which is always important. Suture or scalpel holder, right? Very important. Then we've got some 4-inch flats all the way through. There it is. I was like, I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be another scalpel blade in there. Then we got 4-inch flats, and then we got povidone iodine wipes here for ensuring you have sterility. So that all comes inside of the SK6. It's 76 pieces here, right? And I don't know if you guys can see all of it, but I mean, that's pretty considerable, you know, in terms of gear. It comes in one little kit. And, you know, we try to... What's up, Iridium? Shalom, my brother. So, you guys don't think about this, but, you know, you could fall, trip on the ice, in the snow, and you don't have EMS, you don't have fire coming to save you, and something as simple as, you know, running a couple of sutures can really help in terms of the healing process. But, Bob, I've never sewn anything. Okay, that's totally fine, dude. What you need to do is go get a suture practice set, right? We have them. Super easy to use, right? And you have a variety. Stop being weird, phone. So we have a variety of different wound sizes and wound shapes, whether it's small wounds, large wounds, straight, curved, angular, triangular, tri-shaped. One of the hardest wounds to close right here is this shape. And you can get these on the website. And we wanted to sell these because it felt weird selling surgical suture sets without giving you guys the ability to train and practice at home. There's a bunch of internet content that you guys can ingest, right? To learn tips and tricks of the trade, what works, what doesn't work, why does it work, why doesn't it work, all that stuff. This isn't here. I'm not that guy, I'll be honest with you. And that's the cool thing about Refuge, is we're gonna be honest with you when we're not that guy. But we do want to give you guys the ability to train with so much different versatility, right? And that's a big deal. Oh, that would be fun to practice sutures. I will have to get that. Yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely a come up. I recommend that people have it inside their kit. If you guys are like prepping for the end of the world, AKA you guys like just pay attention and you see what's coming. This is something that's going to be vital for you. You know, in my personal opinion, this is something that, you know, I'm actually seeking out more training on right now. I got a good friend who's a SARC, and he's going to teach me some suturing and some small prolonged field care support, which is really important. Oh, don't forget the alcohol pads along with the iodine. That's important. That is muy importante. I'm not going to make this look as pretty as it was, but this is okay because this is for the media department. And the media department doesn't need it to look pretty. They don't care, right? Okay, we got a lot of comments here. I'm going to try to get to the comments here in a second, guys. Let me just get this all back in here. Otherwise, my ADHD is going to kick in, and this stuff will be gone. It'll be lost forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Get all this nice and packaged. Dang, dude, look at that high quality packaging. Holy smokes. Dude, I should pack first aid kits. That's what I should do. I should pack first aid kits.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, bro. Good idea, Jadis. Way to have that original idea.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at these comments here. Rolling blackouts to conserve overloaded backup. Oh, that's in Hawaii. Yeah, for sure. I'm considering running my roast house off of liquid propane. That'd be smart, dude. If you can do it, that'd be really smart. Methane's a good option too. I have a buddy who runs his whole house off of methane. And it's kind of crazy because like you're using your own poop, but he does it and he's self-sustaining. So that's awesome. Our power literally flickered as I was typing my last message. Yeah. But does it have a glow stick? Dang it, dude. It doesn't. It doesn't. I have been thinking about adding chem lights to like the components because especially as people start to work more with night vision, work more in the dark, chem lights are cool for marking, right? So like, it's nice to crack a chem light on a first aid kit if you're like you know, going somewhere maybe that's dangerous. That way you can see it, even if it's an IR chem light. That way you can see it under night vision or something. That's cool. We haven't seen those here yet, but we're in blizzard conditions. We run on propane for heat, so no issues there as it's not through a furnace. Have a JA Roby Cuisinier to install yet. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's some sort of like self-sustaining heater. Friends, power went out while on the phone with me. They agreed to let me come up with some emergency training and prep as a very low income. What's the best bang for buck large family? In terms of training or in terms of gear? Training, the best bang for your buck is going to be to come to a Refuge training like as an adequate informed individual, take a ton of notes, right, and capture as much information, and then take that information back and then go train people, right? We're not sitting here saying that like every person in America needs to be trained by Refuge Training. There's a bunch of awesome training organizations, but what you can do is you can come hang out as an individual, ingest all that information and that training, get those reps and sets, take that back, right, and use the same exact skills, same exact platform to train your people. Shot left arm, Bob, go. Okay, yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to do that because my left arm would be not working. Oh no, if only I had a tourniquet on me. I'm dying. Guys, we've been shot in the left arm.
No.
The whole team is now running. I'm not gonna get off the X because, oh, it hurts. It's a good hurt though. It's the hurt that doesn't kill. It's the hurt that saves. Here we go. All right. Thanks, Strategic Observations. We're about to go. All right. I ran across an image of what looked like a 22 AR mag, but was for small chem lights. I have no need, but that was cool. Yeah, I've actually seen those. There's a couple of them. They can go on a plate carrier, and you can unload those 22 R, not 22 LR. You can unload those chem lights pretty quick. A lot of guys in like units, whether it's SWAT teams or tactical response units or SRTs or whatever it may be, they run chem lights for marking of like, okay, we've been here, that's a danger, we need to clear this, this is where the med is, yada, yada, yada. So you can use different colors for that too. No orange whistle with a built-in compass? Yeah, we tried to. There we go. Is it working?
I don't know. We're good. Good.
So, hey, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
no,
whoa!
you got me!
Whoa!
Oh,
Look at this guy.
Oh.
Rips it off.
Yeah.
Push-ups. Yeah, so we're good to go there. If your workplace doesn't walk around with chest rigs, having you do tourniquet drills, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? That's where I come in, LOL. I mean gear. I thought maybe a few training kits to start. Yeah, so the training kits are awesome. They're really useful and they're reusable. Do we have any built? What, any training kits? My man.
You should quiz him on what I did wrong.
Yeah. Oh, hey, put it in the chat. What did Ren do wrong right there? What did I have to fix and why was it so important? And we'll wait for that. Ooh, it's working. It's working, guys. That's what a normal hand looks like. All right. Ooh, lack of capillary refill. She's all there. I got shot in the left arm.
Who shot you?
The live stream did. Say hi to the people, Fo.
Hi, people.
That was so depressive. Fo just got off a long sales call, so
Because you got shot.
that makes sense. Ooh, there it is. Everybody's saying time tab. It's not the time tab. There it is. Manadanake, whatever, acres, didn't secure the strap with the time tab. Absolutely right. So the reason that's such a problem, right, guys, and we'll talk about this, is when he didn't secure that strap, if we were to drag that casualty and say he got hooked on a stick or carpet or something like that, it can cause the tourniquet to come loose and fail, right? And now we're all back in there. Bob's hand has the jaundice. I'm starting to get the claw hand too. My nerves are like, hey, I need blood. This is your hand. This is your hand on tourniquets. That's very funny. Tail wrap and tune the tag. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So I'm gonna take this off because it feels so super cool. Ooh. Okay. All right. Woo! Ooh, good grief. Ooh, good grief. She's all there. Look how pink that is, dude. See? All that blood is like, yes. Thank you so much for letting me be a normal hand. Got to get back to work. Have a good day, everyone. Yeah, you too, T-Bone. Thanks for stopping in for the stream, bro. All right, so talking about trainer kits, right? A lot of people have asked for trainer kits and just what's in them, as well as like, are they kind of worth it? And I personally think they are. So I'm gonna open this. You're gonna have to re-vacuum seal it, okay? Thanks, bro. All right, so in your trainer kit here, you have a few different options of ways that you can train with it. Now, a lot of this stuff is reusable, right? Now, I'm not gonna recommend that you go like reusing Nazos. What's up, Andrew Barnes? So when you look at the trainer kit, you get a pack of compressed gauze, you get a nasopharyngeal airway with the lube, right? You get a trainer halo chest seal, you get a blue training TQ, and then you also get a 6-inch ETD, right? So what we can really train here is massive bleeding, right? If you guys have watched the video, we've shown you time and time again how you can create your own like wound baloney with a yoga mat or something like that and a dowel rod. Very easy to do. It gives you a great simulation of wound packing. You can also go get like a beef flank or something like that and shoot it, which is fun, right? And then you can go up and try to wound pack it really quick. That's a great drill to do on the range. Go to your butcher, ask them if they've got any bad cuts or something like that, or something maybe that's a little bit grody. Talk to him, her, whoever your butcher is. And then with that, take it out to the range with the buddy, put one round in the mag, boom, clear, show safe. Have a person run up there, have to wound pack really quick, check the wound packing, all that jazz, right? So you can do wound packing. Then you can also, you know, train with your TQ. This is great because, like, dude, you can get so many reps and sets with a single blue tourniquet. Like, I can't even express to you how many reps and sets you can get. Thousands of reps and sets. Every of them, right? Then you can do a little naso practice. You can watch some content on that. We have some on our channel on how to properly put a naso in. It's very easy. It's super scary the first time you do it. I know, I was scared too. You know, it's okay. Don't be scared, totally possible, but you can practice applying a nasopharyngeal airway. I don't recommend you try to do it to yourself. It's gonna get super weird. And then you also have a trainer chest seal here, right? So you can practice having that decompression of the diaphragm to ensure that you have the exhale, telling them exhale, exhale, exhale. Seal that, put that sticker on, right? And ensure that it has a proper good seal. These guys are hard to work with under stress because they are so dang sticky, right? Show you. So I have like an actual halo chest seal that's opened right here. So looking at it, you know, this is, you can't fold your chest seals. You can't do it. It'll break them. Me grabbing the chest seal out of the package folded. Bruh, your novice is showing. Chill. So, you can grab your chest seal, right, and deploying it, you can see how like it wants to fold in on itself, right? Stuff like that, dealing with those problems in real time, having to separate a chest seal from itself because dude, they're so dang sticky. That's good stuff to train on. That's gonna help you, right, Britt? Yep. Britt's out here just kicking butt, taking names. She's been solving shipping issues for you, and she set up. Did you get it set up, the Novidium or whatever?
No, they're working on it.
She's in the process of setting up like a shipping insurance thing for y'all because we've had a couple of, like, I don't know if you know this, FedEx and UPS are not the most trustworthy things. Can you believe that? I didn't know. I thought I could trust them with everything. But she's been working on setting that up today, so that way it's like $6 or something, you guys, and you can insure your whole stomp bag, which magnifique, right? Because it sucks when you lose a stomp bag. It sucks. And it's not you that loses them. It's always like some guy named Blade who's worked at FedEx for 2 days, and he's like ignorant towards us, and we're like, Blade, bro, take a breath. It's okay. You're fine. Everybody loves you, right? Folds chest seals in spite. Fold, fold, foldy, fold, fold. Yeah, exactly. That's literally my attitude. I think my wife is looking like she wants to be a nasal test subject. Yeah, everybody wants to be a nasal test subject until you have to start the swallow and your gag reflex kicks in for a second. Ask Jadis. Jadis, how was your NPA when you got it put in? Your nasal pharyngeal airway.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was terrible, he said. Well,
Post nasal drip for the next 3 days.
Yeah, he like had that post-nasal drip feeling. Every Google review for RM equals $1 to KH for the month of January. Everyone go leave a review. Oh shoot, I forgot Blade Smith was here. I'm sorry, Blade, it's not you, it was a different Blade. Yeah, so Stryker is doing something super sick where he's donating $1 to Caleb House for every review left at RM. He doesn't work for RM. I don't know his real name. It could be Stryker. It could be Matathias. I don't even know, dude. But that guy's awesome, and he was just convicted to try to help us get reviews, which is really cool. So if you guys haven't left a review, he'll donate. I think it's like up to $1,000. So 1,000 reviews is his goal. So go help him out in that mission. I don't know if he's going to check if you make a new email. I don't know. I don't know how deep he's going in this, right? So we talked about the SK6. Somebody asked about new or weird products we don't usually talk about. Thoughts on Beacon Medical vented chest seals. More of them available in South Africa than Hyphen and Halo. Yeah, if it's a vented chest seal, it'll be totally fine. The reason I like Halos over other brands is because Halos have an additional scrim in it in the adhesive. And so I'll kind of try to show you here. So if you look here, you kind of see how it's not clear, how it's got like a bunch of waves in it. That's like it's like a little something. I don't know what it is. It's a little something. It's a scrim in it, right? What type of material it is, I don't know. But that allows for a better separation from the plastic, right? Do you sell just the ankle wrap for the ankle kit? We do, but we are like all the way out of stock on it. So what I need you to do is we have some more that are coming in production right now. We got Cody is somewhere just sewing stuff. Actually, he's not. He's in Montana getting bullied by saws. But once he gets back, he'll be sewing stuff for us. And go ahead and hit the, what's it called? Notify me. Hit the notify me button. And what that'll do is if you guys ever see a product you want and it's out of stock, you gotta hit that notify me button because it will let you know when that product comes back in stock. It'll send you a little email, right? So it'll be like, ba-da-ding, hey, this is back in stock. And it's not like, ba-da-ding, this is back in stock and 27 other things and yada, yada, yada. No, we just email you when it's back in stock, right? Because we're not gonna take advantage of that. Are you doing QC right now? What'd they get wrong? Nothing yet? You better watch out. She's stone cold, dude. She doesn't care. She takes 0 prisoners. She walks right up to you and be like, what did you miss on this? She'll get you. And usually it's me. Usually it's my fault. Because I'm doing too many things at once. So, Britt, they asked a question. What's something that we carry that we usually don't talk about? That we don't talk about enough? I talked about the Junctional TQ. I did talk about the practice suture. That's a good product there. Yeah, that's true. We could talk about some. Yeah, buddy. That's a great point. Oh. All right, all you cats and kittens. I get my art today, gang, gang. Can you talk about the new emergency blankets too? Yeah, I totally can. Let me let's talk some ETDs and then we'll talk emergency blankets. So this is North American Rescue 6-inch trauma dressing, right? And it's an awesome product, right? It's advanced very far from like the old Israeli trauma dressings that we had. So you have a big gauze pad right here, and then you have a side of hook that can grab onto the ace wrap, right? Like so. And I like the fact that it has little Velcro keepers throughout the whole thing. So as it unrolls, you don't lose the whole thing. And then it's like all muddy and nasty and crap when you're having the worst time of your life rendering aid, right? Or the best time of your life. Really depends on who you are. And that really is, in summary, the 6-inch ETD. It's very simple, right? And I'm a big fan of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So there's that. Then the Oleus, which we put in some of our bigger kits, some of our more comprehensive kit. This thing has some modular capability here, right? So when we open this guy up, you'll see it's wrapped in a piece of paper, right? Just get rid of that guy. You could probably use this, I'm sure, for like some dirt medicine weirdness, but we're not gonna focus on that. Remember, keep your packages. Packages are always important. We can make impromptu chest seals. We can do a lot with a piece of plastic, right? So Then when you open this up, you'll see that the gauze pad here is much bigger. So if you look underneath the gauze pad, you have gauze. What? So this is modular capability. So you could actually wound pack with this gauze right here, right? So I can take this gauze out, okay? I can tie my little power knot, right? And then I can start to feed into it. And this is all coming out of the Oleus bandage, right? So you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Well, you're gonna need a lot of it, right? And so you have a good amount of gauze here, pretty much about 3 or 4 yards worth of good wound packing gauze inside of the Oleus bandage. Bob, I didn't know that was in there. Yeah, I know. You guys should take your first aid stuff out. So that's why we're talking about this. So you have all that compressed gauze in there, right? Then you also have a little piece of film here, right? What possibly could that be for, class? What could you use this piece of plastic film for? What could they think that you might need this for? What could it be? Throw it in the chat. What do you think it could be? Jadis, what do you think this could be? Well, okay, well, we'll let them answer. Throw in the chat. Chest seal. That's right, chest seal, right? So this, well, it's not necessarily like a chest seal. This would be a good occlusive dressing, right? Non-vented, of course, but I can put that on there, and then I can use the ETD to secure it, right? Yeah, these guys thought of a lot of stuff here. Talk about modular capability. So there's that mamma jamma. Then there's a couple things about this, right? So you see it has, on the opposite side of its gauze pad, it has a little cup. That serves 2 purposes. The first purpose is when you wrap, right, against it, that is going to create pressure downward, like this little bulb here. You can see it right there, right? It'll create pressure downward on the wound cavity, right? That's a thing. Also, what you can do is you can take it off like so, and you can put it right here for an eye shield. And then you can wrap their eyes if they have like an ocular injury, right? And then you just and wrap that up. Now we don't put pressure on the head. Remember, we don't put pressure on the head. And then same thing as the NAR ETD. You have those Velcro keepers that we love so much. That's all in one ETD, right? This is a pretty modular product, guys. TACMED did a lot of work in regards to thinking this design out and making it in a way that it serves multiple purposes all in one. Your shipping boxes are awesome, but I need them to be gray man style. Yeah, the thing is like branding and marketing and stuff. We went back and forth about that, bro. That was a whole discussion in our office as to whether we were gonna brand our boxes. And the TACMED blast bandage. That is not the TACMED blast bandage. That's the TACMED Oleus bandage. It's a modular bandage. It's not just an ETD. The blast bandage is a little bit wider and it's a little bit different setup, and that's to support for like large blast injuries, right? Upgrades for the Mac 4 incoming? Yes, there actually are. There's upgrades for the Mac 4, for the Field Medic, and for the Stomp Bag inbound right now. We're playing with a couple of different designs. We're playing with new modular capabilities. We were just on the phone with the entire military of the Netherlands yesterday about what they were looking for in terms of supporting their military. And that kind of informed some of our decision making too. So we're working with people that are, you know, really in it, that are really doing it to make sure you guys get the best products possible. The brown one behind you, yeah, that's the blast bandage, right? So the blast bandage is going to be more ETD-like. It's not going to have as much modular capability as, say, the Oleus modular is. However, it's going to have a little bit better gauze pad, and it's set up a little bit differently because that's support blast bandages, sorry, blast wings, right? So gives you a little insight into that. Something I do really like that Oleus did, or not Oleus, nerd. What am I, dumb? First day on the job. Something I like that TACMED Solutions did is they came out with the Hemicon. I don't know if you guys have seen this. So the Hemicon, the wound packing gauze that you saw come out of the Oleus in this bandage is hemostatic impregnated, right? So it's similar to that of Quick Clot, C-Locks, all that jazz. And so not only do you have the modular capability of the Oleus, but you also have hemostatic impregnated gauze. So that helps in clotting, buys you time, all that jazz. Thanks for showing the Oleus bandage. I bought a few and did not know the capability. Yeah, we've got the Oleus in stock. That's an awesome little option. It doesn't cost very much. It's a great little prep. Something easy, quick to do, right? Paladin, are you still testing the vest pouch for a quick litter? Yeah, we're working with another company too, who might have a better solution for it. And we're in the business of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And so talking with those guys, they've got something really, really cool. They actually are shipping it out to us today. And we're going to be doing some hardcore testing on it, making sure that it's as rugged as we want. But it's pretty sweet. It's got a built-in bag, so it comes out of a bag that it's attached to and all that jazz. And we're going to talk about like rip-away options and all that jazz. So we're still working on it. What's up, Tommy? The Patreon Joseph's Kitchen episode said they do black shrink wrap to be discreet. Bear acted like it's a good idea for larger orders, so maybe in the future. Yeah, we've talked about that. The thing is like, unless you know, you really don't know. It looks like a medical box. And first aid kits are not the same as like 55-gallon drums of food. So like, you know, if you're ordering a pallet of first aid gear, we're already talking, right? Like we're already having conversation. And so then at that point, you know, if you're like, oh, could you shrink wrap this in black? I'm like, yeah, dude, we can do whatever you want because we have to drive a semi to your house to get it there, right? I want a big Refuge logo box. It's like Christmas. Well, you know, you can have a big Refuge box. Shelf life on hemostatic impregnated ones. It depends on when it was manufactured. Remember that, like, just because it has a shelf life doesn't mean that it necessarily expires. The efficacy decreases, so it doesn't become as potent. Let's see if I can't find this. This is 26, so 7/12/26, and this lot was probably produced last year if I was betting, right? By the time we get it, because they're producing in large numbers, right? You need the live save tally board. I'm gonna bring it up every time. They're really right. Should we get like a chalkboard, you think? For the life save tally? Yeah, like we get like a chalkboard with a life save tally. We could do that.
Tried tallies on shirts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, it's J.A. Dudley. He's here. I reached out via email a couple months ago with an idea for your kits. I never got a response. Sorry to keep bugging you about it, but just curious. Tommy, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't want you to take this personally. We get a lot of emails every day about ideas for kits, and it might not be that we didn't hear you or see you. It probably got filed inside of like the kit ideas folder. And so what we do is every month, like we go through that and we kind of like dig through like, okay, what's good in here? What's like the good idea fairy? And then also with that, like just because it's a good idea and we want to do it doesn't mean that it's going to be right off top, and doesn't mean we're telling people about it, right? It takes months, sometimes years of R&D to produce a product. I've got a product right now that we're working on that, you know, we're months deep into that product. And it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of testing, it takes a lot of consideration, and then it takes a lot of feedback, right? So it's like, oh man, we think we got an awesome product and it's gonna be a killer. Now we gotta ship this out to a bunch of different groups. So that means we have to manufacture it, then we have to ship it out to a bunch of groups. Those groups have to test it. We have to get the feedback from those groups, right? And then once we get the feedback, we have to change the stuff that we may think is pertinent, right? Then we have to manufacture it again, and then we gotta ship it back out, and then they gotta test it again, and then we receive it, and we're like, okay, we're good to go, right? So that's definitely one of them.
I'd like to know that his idea actually did spark something that they worked on.
Oh, so Tommy, apparently your idea has sparked something that Britt is working on.
It has to do with work and recipe.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Actually, I know exactly what you're talking about.
His idea actually.
One of the things that we're working on right now is because of you. So, good work. We hear you. We really, really do. I got you. Thank you. Makes sense now. Looking for a new trauma medical pack. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah, absolutely. What are you doing with the trauma medical pack? That's the question, right? So we've got a ton of trauma medical packs of different sizes, varieties, all that stuff. Do you want something in a bag? Do you want something that's just full of components that you can, you know, repackage in a bag you already have? All that's options, right? So trauma medical pack. So we got right here a Bear Min. The Bear Min has a tourniquet on the outside. It doesn't right now. Hold on one second. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I feel like my toddler. I fix it. They're never fixing it when they say that. Okay, so you got the Bear Min 2.0 right here, right? So this bad mamma jamma can molly to a bag, can molly to a plate carrier, vest, all that stuff, right? You have on the outside a pair of shears, then the other side a Cat Gen 7. Nice, thank you. Gangster, you're so cool. Sorry, JT just like heard me earlier and solved the problem for me. So when you open it up, you have a red handle, pull the red handle, right? Bada bing, bada boom. You have a black inner. This is for the black multicam. You can open it with one hand, and inside there you have full trauma support, right? So you have hemostatic gauze, you have wound packing gauze behind it that's not hemostatic impregnated, rolled gauze, you have gloves, emergency trauma dressing, tape up on top. You have a burn shield, and then also a chest seal set, one vented, one non-vented. Then here down on the bottom, this is why I like the Bear Min, is you have a little bit of boo-boo. So you have boo-boo gauze, and you also have a Band-Aid bag, and then you have boo-boo wipes, right? So that all comes in the bottom. So it's not just like, gunshot, bullets, everything like that, right? It's more so also like everyday treating, right? So NC Patriot, I think the Bear Min is a great option. If you're looking for something a little bit smaller, the SOB, Magnifique. Let me see if I ain't got one close. We got a sob. It's okay. It looks like we're out of sobs right now. So we're sold out of SOBs.
I mean, this is the one you gave me from.
Oh, okay. So then we have the SOB, right? Hold on one second. He's got one. So the SOB is nice because it sits on a range belt, and we have it in a bunch of different colors, right? This is just a red one. And I like red, especially if you're like not a cool guy and you're just like a person, right? And so this guy can attach to a belt line, it can attach to a plate carrier or anything like that. It can also sit on like the visor of your car. And so all you do, pull the red handle, right? And you'll notice that all of our kits separate from the packages that they're in. Reason that we do that, super simple, is when we're doing trauma, we want to like have our hands free. We might have to move from where we are. We don't want to have to be like digging in stuff. That's really challenging. And then inside of this, you have antiseptic towelettes, you have flat duct tape, you have a nasopharyngeal airway, you have a set of chest seals, an emergency trauma dressing, gloves, and then you have quick clot, combat gauze, and compressed gauze. All right there, easily accessible, as well as a Sharpie. And then there's another spot right here you can add a needle decompression if that's something that you wanted to do. I have a Bear Min for my car and a wound care bucket for my new storage garage that will hold some of my preps. That's awesome. I don't know if you guys have taken advantage of it, but we're doing subscribe and save on the wound care bucket right now to help the preppers out, because 2024 gonna be wild. So you guys should be spending, like, if you have a prep budget, right? A lot of preppers have like a set budget that they're spending money on. Take $120 a month, put that towards medical, and that gets you a wound care bucket every single month, right? And so you can set that subscribe and save, so that way it's always coming. You're saving a little bit of cheddar, and that gives us the ability to order properly, so that way we always have it in stock for you, so that way we get it out quicker and quicker and quicker and more successfully. What do we got? I have a, hold on. No, stop it. Working outside in the cold rain. I have a crew putting up a storage garage on some property I have. Caroline, that is awesome, bro. That is super, super awesome. Sweet. Hopefully that helps, NC Patriot, in terms of like a trauma kit. And we have more options too. The website is always a resource for you guys. We always have the chat too. That's a great time to hang out. When we were talking about chest seals earlier, I'll show you. My buddy JT brought over a halo chest seal, or not a halo, a hyphen. And so you can see the hyphen's a little bit smaller, right? And the scriminant inside of it is a little bit different. You see that webbing inside? It's just a different layout. And so it's much harder to kind of separate, and especially in the high heat, these things like really get gooey. Ooey, ooey, gooey. I do like though that in the hyphens they put the little gauze pad. That's pretty cool. J.A. Dudley. Shalom, homie. This guy. So what else? What else did we need to talk about? Somebody asked about something else. Huge kudos on the ankle kit. Got mine last week. Super comfortable and packed to the hilt. Outstanding. Yeah, the ankle kit is smashing, bro. That thing is some serious biz. I actually don't have it on today because I'm wearing some G3 pants and it didn't fit right. And so my pockets are full. But still, it's awesome, bro. I actually have kind of been thinking about moving away from the G3 altogether because of the Born Primitive pants and the fact that they fit with the ankle kit, which is dope. What was the other thing we were going to talk about? We talked about the wound care bucket, subscribe and save, which is sick. We're at 50 reviews. There's still $950 on the table for KH. Let's pump up those numbers, kids. Those are rookie numbers. No, I didn't talk about the surgical bucket more. Do you guys want to talk about the surgical bucket? We don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah, we have those guys like going out the door. I forget I'm wearing the ankle kit sometimes. Yeah. Ghost, I already got TQ checked on the left arm, bro. I already got TQ checked on the left arm. In what scenario would I use a nasopharyngeal airway? To establish a patented airway, if you're concerned about your patient going unconscious and not having the proper ability to breathe or something obtruding their primary airway, you can use a naso to secure a patented airway. You know, check the weather. We'll do a quick weather check out here. Yeah, it's gloomy. Go away. We don't sell weed. Yeah. New emergency blanket talk if you want. Oh, yeah, that's fine. You guys think I should flashbang the guys? Think I should? Hold on. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second. We'll just wait though, because now they're going to be expecting it. And we can't have them expecting it. That won't work. So you got to wait. We got to wait. Weather is pretty weathery out here. Yeah, I just came out here so I can get that out of my truck.
Hey, he's live.
Hey, I'm still alive.
Awesome.
I'm still doing it. I'm over here. You want to say hi, Dud?
Sure.
Absolutely.
What's going on, everyone?
Look at
out
that
there
hat.
in Refuge Land. See?
Look at that hat.
Rock the gear. Are we still selling Refuge gear?
Yep, we're still selling Refuge gear.
Really?
Yep, still.
Anything new? Any new designs?
We got some stuff in the works. It's
Really?
it's on the table over there, but I can't show them yet.
Is the production team from Damn?
No.
Are they working on the new stuff? The new stickers?
Well, yeah. So Dan has been working on some new stickers.
Right.
We got some patches that are in the works for Refuge right now.
Awesome.
If you guys like the Start the Bleed sticker, that's actually from Dam. That's my wife and I's merch company there.
That's
so.
pretty dope.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see more.
It's
Well, that might be why I'm actually here, to find out more. Make sure y'all subscribe, share this live stream, say thank you to Bob. He's carrying it on his shoulders, doing his thing. Shalom.
Oh my gosh, Dudley. Good afternoon, brother. What a guy. What a guy. He's the cat's pajamas, right? Got some Field Medics and Mac 4s getting ready to go out. Those are always awesome. And yeah. What do we think we should do? Should we do left arm? Should we do right leg? Ooh, right leg's always hard because people are mainly right-handed, so they freaking carry shit in their right-hand pocket. I think we should do right leg. Hey, Bob, have you tested out the Snake Staff Everyday Tourniquet? Just got an email about it, but haven't handled one. $35 price tag seems sketchy. I don't like it, personally. Not a fan of it myself. It's a little bit small. I've gotten it to fail a few times, and yeah. So, we just gotta be ready because they're expecting it. They can feel it in the world. Buddy, drag, carry, evacuation drill. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Everybody's gotta be ready because it's gonna be loud. Okay. So what we'll do is. What up, Louis? Just seen a video of the Boo Boo Kit on my way shipping. Thank you, Ren, for the video. Hey, Ren, Ben says thank you for the video about his Boo Boo Kit. He's pumped to get it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of those responder litters, one of those single use. It's pretty good, pretty solid. It's got good stitching, right? Yeah, headphone warning for sure, Just so everybody's on the same page. We're up. Dude, show me another medical company that's doing this. Hey, can you hold this really quick? Oh no, it didn't go. Oh, it was a dud.
No, I'm a dud.
all that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you better go fix that.
Oh man, can you imagine? What irony? What irony? All that setup.
EOD specialist.
All right, so we gotta do some EOD work right here. We gotta do some EOD work. Here.
Left of the box.
Here we go, guys. Oh no.
Is it falling again?
Hold on, I'm gonna get PPE.
Is that? That's one of the. Oh!
Freaking called it! I called it! Shot in the right arm! Go! Shot in the right arm! See, you never know if it's gonna go. You never know. Let's see. Now we got to check everybody's tourniquet. That was a good one because they weren't expecting it. See, JT was the only one that was actually expecting it. So I do this thing where I tape with blue Coband the outside of it, and sometimes it does delay it, and it is a mother sucker. But it makes it like 3 times as loud. JT's already got his sidearm out. Let's check we're secured.
Oh, you want to check pulse?
Or check
You can
it.
just look at my watch.
Oh. Yep, you're good.
You can't look at my watch.
Yeah, that's right, because you're not
Losing color, I should be good.
good to go. That's a tourniquet.
Yo, Ren. Hey. Tell them where you from.
Cuba.
Havana.
Good to go. Look at Fo. See, guys, we don't just train like, hey, put a tourniquet on. We're training, hey, take cover, flee, evacuate, right? All that stuff. You're getting it, Fo. You can get it. You can get it. I believe in you. Through the shipping department. Is it working?
I think it's working.
Oh, yeah, yours is 100%. I don't even have to check that. Look at that hand difference there. Oh, you could probably use another turn on that. There it is. I don't think the doctor was playing. The doctor's like, nah, dude, I'm
coding your shipping.
He's coding my shipping right now. Bless you, brother. So those are really, really cool training tools, what those are. I forget where Doc found those. Those are like CO2, index.
Do you have any of them?
Yeah, so I have a bunch of them.
Index cards?
Oh, no, not index cards. So I'll show you kind of what these are. We'll go back over here. These are a great non-pyrotechnic training tool, right? So there's a bunch of good options that are actually pyrotechnics. That's not what this is. This is what dedication looks like. Every day, bro, we live this. We live this. This is what we do. So it's a reusable device, so you can unscrew the canister. These guys, one use, and they're done, right? It's like a plastic canister. And then inside of this is a little CO2 module. So you just unscrew it. It's just like a 12-gram CO2, right? And hold on one second. Yeah. That's CO2. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the new ones yet.
The biggest thing is making sure.
So it just takes a 12-gram CO2 cartridge like so. What you got to do is not lose your pin because you're going to reuse it. And it seems like I just lost my pin. which stinks. I'm sure the doctor has extra pins for me somewhere because I lose everything. Yeah, so then what you do is there's a little primer here, and this comes out and it gets secured by the spoon. Takes a little bit of finessing. All the pressure's on. Where get those at? And so then you can set it, right? So then when you let the spoon go, it hits the CO2 cartridge inside. The CO2 starts to expand inside of your canister. The canister then blows, right? I tape it with the co-band because you have a delay, so you kind of don't know when it's coming, as you can see. It helps if you don't like allow JT to look at you while you're doing it. And that's the thing, they can smell it now. They can smell it in the air when I'm feeling froggy. They know it's coming. So if you're in, hey, this is actually a call out to you guys. If you are in Oklahoma and you're part of Refuge Nation, I would like to enlist some of you to do scenario training here, right? I'd love to see what it looks like, how the team would respond to, you know, someone coming in trying to rob the place. And so what we would do, like in my perfect head, is like obviously sign like liability waivers and stuff, and then we would use training tools, right? Like so. And then like the team would have the training tools, you would have a training tool, right? Everybody would be disarmed. We'd have safety and all that jazz. You'd get a safety brief beforehand. The team would get a safety brief beforehand. We would disarm everybody. And then we're in okay, but I don't want to get shot. Y'all are armed. Yeah, so we do this before. And we do this sometimes on sporadic. I'm just running out of people that the team doesn't recognize. And so we would disarm you, and then we'd also disarm all the team. We have cadre in the office. And so what happens is in that morning, the team gets a safety brief. And it basically is like, hey, guys, we're doing a large-scale training day today. There's going to be scenarios that take place. At any point today, a scenario can take place. Treat every situation as though it's real. Give me your guns, right? They turn in all their guns, their magazines, everything like that. And then they're issued training guns, right? So they're issued like training BB Glock, right? So, right, and it works similar to that of a Glock, but it's a training tool, right? So you're not having to do all those fights, right? And it's not as dangerous. I'm basically in Oklahoma, only 2 hours most and down. Ben, shoot me an email, Bob at Refuge Medical. Let's chat about it. 10 miles from Grove, Oklahoma. I'm super interested, Ben. And like, you know, it'll be a fun time for you. I'll buy you lunch. You get to hang out with the team, all that jazz. But what it does is it continues to build our ability and readiness. It also builds the team's ability and subject matter expertise in terms of emergency response. Because in those days, it's not just like tourniquet left arm. It's like, hey, they've been shot in the pelvic girdle. They need to be evacuated. You know, these people take punctures to the pleural space. You know, they're all having to problem solve, right? So they're getting that higher level of training in terms of trauma medical response. And it's cool for you because then you're getting to see some people who do this stuff pretty regularly, kind of how they act, how they react, all that jazz, right? Most people hear a flashbang, they start to scream. Or a concussion, they start to scream, right? Our people are like running for cover, actively working on getting to their tools and all that jazz. Maybe Spicy and I can come up. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. I'm in the Nashville area, Stryker said. Stryker, I think I'm going to do a refuge rally in Nashville in March. And so we're going to reach out to all the homies who are in Nashville. So like tactical riflemen, angry Viking therapists, some more influencers, as well as just like our fans that are in the Tennessee area. We're going to like rent out a little eatery or something, have some food, sit down, chat, hang out. Because we're going to be going to an event that's in West Virginia in March. And so we're going to pass through Nashville. And so I figured we might as well hang out, right? Yeah, so that's a quick little look as to what we do to continue to stay ready. Like we do a lot more, right? Like obviously the team is training outside of the workplace as well. We are within an hour of Spyro. Hit me up, Bob. Hemi, I'm about it, bro. Why don't you email me? Bob at refugemedical.com. Shoot me an email. We're ready to go. All that stuff. It'll be a good time. Bro, look at this guy. This is art. This is art right here. Not everybody can do this.
Still got some more to go.
Yeah, well, you always got some more to go, brother. When the work's never done. It's work worth doing, though. It is work worth doing. Sounds great. Yeah, dude, it'll be a good time, Striker. It'll be a good time. Well, I think I'm gonna hop off here. Guys, remember what we talked about, the Oleus bandage, right, and all the modular capability? It's January. I know everything's tight right now for most people, especially at the holidays, but you see what's going on right now. You need med gear. You really do. And you need more than you think. You really, really do. Actually, I'll show this really quick because I did a class this last weekend. Dudley and I did a class where we taught about caching, which I think was really cool. But just looking at some of the needs for like a person versus a team in terms of like components, right? So if you guys can see here, right? So we've got, this is like a lone wolf, right? This is a 2-man, 3 to 4, 4 to 8 in terms of size. And then we have like tourniquets, hemostatic gauzes, ETDs, chest seals, trauma support modules, wound care modules, over-the-counter goods, and medications. So like lone wolf, you should have probably 10 to 12 tourniquets, right? Stuff's gonna fail, it's gonna go bad, you're gonna lose it, right? All that jazz, right? Man plus 1, 16 to 20, 3, 4, 24 to 30, 4 to 8, 36 to 48. Now, obviously, hopefully you never have to use 36 tourniquets, but inside of emergency situations, you don't really get to know what's gonna happen, who you're gonna have to render aid to, so having those additional lines, right? Because we wanna have like, what's on you being the ruck, right? So your ruck, truck, house theory. And so the gear on you in the field, the truck being your resupply, higher level of care. I'll try to back this up a little bit. Resupply, higher level of care, and then your house is your resupply times 2, your higher level of care, clean environment, and support staff there. And so what you're doing is you're building out the capability with these goods to support the ruck, truck, house theory. And this is like SHTF medicine, right? So we have 16 to 20, 24 to 30, 36 to 38 tourniquets, same numbers for hemostatic gauzes. It varies a little bit for ETDs, right? So 12 to 16, 20 to 24, 30 to 36, 48 to 60 for the sizes. Chest seals are the same as your tourniquets. Trauma support modules are the same as your ETDs. And then you have your wound care, right? So 30-day supply, 60-day supply, 2 60-day supplies, 4 60-day supplies, depending on the size of your team. And then you have OTC goods and then medications, right? So 30, 75, 2 75s, and 4 75s. One of the things to think about with medications is inside of stressful environments, people get sick. They get really, really sick. Stress does crazy things to the immune system, and so we want to make sure that we're prepping goods to handle those problems real time, right? Quick note on caches, right? It's not always a hole in the ground or some hollowed out tree. Caches can be much more strategic, right? You should provide a screenshot of that board. Yeah, we're gonna produce a video about it. So this is Refuge Nation and Bob hanging out right here. Caching supplies is vital, right? So is caching people with skills, right? So yeah, having a bunch of supplies is awesome, but having people with skills and the knowledge and know-how of how to use supplies is even more important, right? I can wound pack with a t-shirt. If I hand somebody wound packing gauze that's never wound packed before, it's not going to do them any good. So making sure that you're training people and then you're putting trained people in, positive positions. Fluidity of movement is going to be key and vital for survival, especially in SHTF scenarios. And so not being locked down to one place, having all this gear here in different locations is going to be really important. We'll talk about that in a second. And then OPSEC with your caches, right? Shut your mouth. Don't tell people where your caches are. That's just really important. Your enemies are studying you now. Your eggs, even if you have to put all your eggs in one basket because you have finances, resources, whatever, don't tell the fox about the eggs. That's pretty common sense, but people seem to do it. And then circles within circles. Not everybody needs to know everything. I don't need to know everything that Dudley knows, and Dudley doesn't need to know everything that I know. If the time comes, we'll share information, right? And a quick little look as to how you could potentially set up some caches. So this is your area of operations, however large your area of operations would be, whether that's your city, your county, your town, your land, whatever, right? And then we have 5 miles in each cardinal direction, northeast, southwest. We have a resupply, right? And obviously it doesn't have to be like perfectly cardinal north, right? And then you get to decide how many miles off of that first resupply you're gonna put another resupply in the opposing cardinal directions, right? So if you're going north, you're not going to put another cache south. You're going to go another cache an X amount of miles north, then east and west, right? And vice versa for all the opposing directions. Something that you guys really need to be thinking about, this is why I'm talking about like ETD, surgical buckets, suture sets, all that jam. If you guys actually really think this is coming, which I do, you need to have your gear, and you need to have your gear located in positions that not just where you are, because it's getting weird. Have you looked at the benefits of bentonite clay for medical? I don't know, JT, have we? Do you eat clay? Yeah. Oh, he eats Dynamine clay. Yeah, we've looked at like holistic remedies and stuff like that. We actually are working on a series right now with a natural herbalist who is gonna do some teaching on holistic options for remedies and stuff like that. I use it for a rattlesnake bite, but you can use it for radiation and chemical poisoning. I get mine at Redmond's Real Salt. Yeah, so it's good. Like, I've seen people talk about it for radiation poisoning. I personally, like, you gotta think about what the problem is gonna be, right? Issues with your thyroid. And so having some potassium iodide or potassium iodate on hand, it's gonna be big, especially if you think the big ones are gonna fall. My family preps it. Like we have sustained amounts for, you know, not just me, but for additional people as well. It's a big deal. It's not just for, you know, I understand what you're talking about in terms of like the chemical poisoning, snake bites, all that jazz. Holistic remedies are awesome options if you know how to use it, proper dosage, proper remediation programs, right? Holistic remedies sometimes take longer than maybe like Western medicine, right? And just, I'm not singing the praises of Western medicine. Have y'all ever thought of Sayer snake it kits to add? I carry one cutting wood. Majority of snake kits out there, man, it's like, they're not very successful, to be honest. A lot of times you're gonna have to let the body do what it does, or you're gonna need antivenom. That's just like what it seemingly is when I've talked to multiple doctors about it. I've talked to doctors about it, I've talked to paramedics about it, I've talked to EMTs about it. It's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. I want a good snake bite kit. I'd love to make a good snake bite kit. It's just seemingly not something that I know how to do. So I'm not gonna endorse one when multiple professionals inside of that sphere have told me, hey, it's kind of snake oil, which is ironic, I guess. So with that, get your preps, get your house in order, get your stuff, fix it to get weird. It's already weird. There was a big explosion that happened in Fort Worth yesterday. You know, it's interesting, right? You see the stuff in Miami, you see, you know, weird stuff, right? I remember I've been reminded of a Bible verse. Do not be awed at the heavens, the signs in the heavens, for the nations are awed by them, right? So keep your eyes fixated on Christ, and that's going to be the most important thing. And have the ability to help people and to serve one another in love, right? So definitely cool. Southeast Alaska doesn't have any venomous snakes or spiders, just saying. Yeah, Striker, yeah, but what you do have is Southeast Alaska. So, you know, take it. Look up, for your redemption draws near, right? Isn't that awesome? What's up, Mark Chase? Shalom, my brother. I'm about to hop off here. I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I'm gonna talk to the Duddle about some trips that we may be doing. And yeah, it's a party. So I love y'all. But you have moose and grizzlies. Yeah, well, the moose I'm interested in. The grizzlies, y'all can keep that. We got enough bears here as it is. Thank you so much. I'll be here. I'll be here all week. Right up until the 7th day where I'll be resting. So y'all have a great day. Bentonite clay is worth looking at, and apple pectin. I know about apple pectin a lot. We got some homeopathic and some holistic nerds over here, and like I said, we're gonna be doing a series on it. So definitely gonna look into that. Thank you for the insight, Cowgirl in Arizona. That's awesome. So guys, like and share and all that stuff. Happy Leo Day. It's National Law Enforcement Officer Day. We support you guys. As long as you're, you know, upstanding, good law enforcement officers that are supporting the Constitution and helping Americans every day. We love you, support you. You know, you guys are the cat's pajamas. And thank you for watching the gates, for protecting our borders. And you know what it is. So go do the things, get the stuff, train, do hard stuff, run somewhere today, right? Just run somewhere. the average 29-year-old male has less than a 2% chance of ever running again in his life. So, I'm not joking. Yeah, after 30 years old, less than 1% of men over 30 sprint ever again in their life. Isn't that crazy? I know, bro. I know, it's so sad. Rock and roll. All right, guys, go do the things. They've been singing Coca Cabana to see if they can piss me off. It's working. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great one. Shalom.